Welcome back to Weather Now, everybody, and in this video we're going to talk about the tropical cyclone that just got upgraded to a tropical storm as I speak here just a few minutes ago. We're going to talk about the effects it could have on the south and how it could be life-threatening, and how this track, which we usually don't see, could even get stronger over land, which is very wild to think about. Towards the end of this video, we'll talk about the severe weather threat, because there is a prominent threat in the east today of the United States, and what the effects could be for that. So if you guys like this video, hit the like button, and if you want to help my channel grow, please subscribe. Let's get right into it. So first, we're going to look at satellite imagery for this tropical storm that like I said, just got called a tropical storm here a few minutes ago, which means it reached 40-mile-per-hour sustained winds in right around its center. And you can see that it really does look like this storm is completely in the Gulf, but what is happening here is you see these grays over here towards Texas and the Gulf Coast. That is a bunch of wind shear and dry air that's pushing this eastward. So it's causing a lot of the effects in the thunderstorms to kind of push east. But the actual center of the storm and the eye, as you'll see the eye start to form more today, you'll be able to see it on the radar, is more further west and more towards land. And it's going to continue to move northeast, and you can kind of see the projected cone or forecast, which is what you typically see on social media. You'll see this cone, and I want you guys to understand that what this cone means is that's where the center of the storm could go. It is not the effect region. So you're going to see in a minute here, when I show you, there's tropical storm warnings all the way over in Louisiana, because it's not just in the cone that's going to be affected. You're going to get effects all the way out here in East Louisiana, and you're going to get a lot of rain. It could cause flash flooding, and you'll see there's warnings up here. All these areas in the red down here that's highlighted, those are all tropical storm warnings that got put out this morning, and all this green is flash flood warnings. So you can see how far east it actually does make it, which is why that you can't just look at the cone. You actually have to look at the effects. And then taking a look up here into the north, you also have flash flood warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings up here in the Great Lakes region and the Midwest, because we're going to be dealing with severe weather later today, which we'll talk about in just a few minutes. But first, I want to take a look at the radar. We're going to take a look at the Euro future radar projection, because it's been doing well with the storm, and take a look at where it could go. So this is currently, you can see you have lots of thunderstorms here right off the coast of Texas, and right here is about where the eye is, right in the middle of your screen, right little circle is. So you can see that all the effects are further to the east of this actual center or the eye of the storm. And as this gets put in motion, you'll see that will bring tons of rain into Texas, Louisiana, and further eastward as it continues to move. But what's really weird is as this moves on to the land, it's actually going to get a little bit stronger right there. You see this? Right here, it goes on land, boom. And you see this purple color showing up. That is just extremely, extremely heavy rains. It's right on the coast. If you're dealing with high tide, then you could get extremely high tide along with the rain, and flooding is definitely going to be a problem, guys. It's definitely going to be a problem. And then continue to move this, and then you can see again, it kind of goes back into the water, and then once it gets back on the land, it almost strengthens again, which is really crazy to think about. To think that a tropical storm could strengthen over land and not over the water, but it just has so much, like, what should I say, moisture in the atmosphere to work with, that it really helps it to get stronger. And then, like I said, it continues to move eastward, and then it goes down and it's out of there. Now let's take a look at the GFS model. Actually, we'll take a look at the Euro model for the rest of the storm, and then the severe weather that we're going to be seeing outbreak tonight and into tomorrow. So put this in motion. This is in 6-hour or 3-hour increments. So this is tonight at 6 p.m. and you can see that severe weather is starting to break out over the Great Lakes region, Illinois, moving eastward, and there's a line of thunderstorms, and there's actually a big risk for hail and strong winds, and I think definitely tornadoes are going to happen, unfortunately, with this setup. And then you can see that this storm down in the south, the tropical storm, is still ongoing, and wow, it's crazy to look at. It looks like there's a tropical storm over land, which is what this is. It's just a crazy storm, guys. Last thing we're going to take a look at is the SPC outlook from the National Weather Service, and you can see this is categorical, so this is combining wind, hail, and tornado threat. And you can see you have this highlighted area into the yellow, and then the orange, and then the red. The red is obviously the most dangerous, and what I really want to point out here is the tornado risk. You can see there in that red you have a 15% chance of tornadoes, so I definitely think this setup supports that with these strong thunderstorms. So we'll continue to move east tonight and into tomorrow morning, so be weather aware and stay safe out there. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.